Peace and blessings, peace and blessings, peace and blessings. It's the kid once again, man, just saying hello. Hope everybody's doing good. I'm just going to blow away. Put my glasses over here. Hope everybody's doing good, man. Hope everybody's blessed. It's a beautiful Sunday. I'm not by the coast. I didn't bring my little lawn folding chair. I just wanted to take a quick walk. Just chill, relax, and reflect. You know, I still have the coast in my background, as you can see. It's nice. One of the reasons I moved down here because of the weather. The weather is beautiful. It's very, very nice. It's nice most of the year. It's warm. My bones, now that I've gotten older, my bones don't really take to the cold too much. I do have the little sniffles though, because I want to say maybe a couple weeks ago, the weather had gotten kind of crazy. We got like a cold front, and then it was warm again. So I don't know if that change kind of threw me off, or I don't know. But I got the sniffles. I'm slowly getting over it now. I got my halls and throat and cough thing. You know, the halls. So I'm taking those to soothe make me feel better, and coughing up and blowing my nose and stuff like that. But I hope everybody's doing good though, man. Hope everybody's in a good place. Oh, I know there's a lot going on in the world. I hope that the things that I've said recently did not shake people up too much. You just gotta kind of see things how they are. Reality is harsh. Right? Reality is harsh. I guess that's all I could say about it. There's no way for me to I can't sugarcoat that any more than, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing too sweet about reality, man. All right, it is what it is. It is harsh. Sometimes it is bitter. All right. In the Matrix movie, where you said the red pill or the blue pill, all right, and he guzzled it down with some water. All right. But yeah, it may be a hard pill to swallow. It might be bitter, but reality, it is what it is. Right. Speaking of movies, man, I was just talking to an Uber driver the other day, and we were just reflecting on old times, and I was, I don't feel like I'm that much older, but now that I'm 45. Looking back at it, I remember going to the movies. I was telling him I remember having a Sony Walkman. I remember going to the movies to see Back to the Future when it first came out. I literally went to the movies to see that movie. Right there on Fordham Road. I'll never forget it. Right there on Fordham Road in the Bronx. That's when I first seen Back to the Future. That movie theater has been gone though. They turned it into a department store now. That was back in the late 80s, early 90s. That movie theater was there. Long time ago, man. I'm trying to think what else is going on. If you get a chance, go to some of these antique stores, whether it's locally or whatever. If you find one, it's unique to find certain things, like old items. Now, it fascinates me. The things that I did as a kid. I used to collect comic books, and I used to keep action figures and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I can find them now at the store. They cost a little bit more than what I paid for them, but It's it's classic stuff. It's vintage stuff. Um, Two T's at the end. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That was one of my favorite shows. And I used to collect some of the action figures as a kid. And I see the action figures now in the stores, and they cost a little bit more money. Um, but if you want to get a chance to like reminisce about being a kid or seeing older things, I was in the antique store not too long ago, and I seen the old phones, the old rotary phones with the hand dial. It tripped me out, man, to see like that old stuff. They got old signs, old clocks. Like they just had a whole bunch of cool stuff. They had vintage clothes, like old T-shirts from like concerts. It was just, if you just want to reminisce about like the olden times, or like even being a child yourself or being a kid, I would say go to those stores and you'll find cool stuff. I was able to get some of these bracelets and rings from there. You guys know I'm big on that stuff. I like that stuff. Stones, coppers. I just like it. And that's just my preference. You can do whatever you want to do. I know that we live in an age where people think that everything is spookism, everything is scary, and I'm not trying to be down with anything weird. I'm just being myself. I'm being positive. I'm hopefully being righteous before the sight of the Most High. I'm doing my best to be a good person. It's not easy, but I'm doing my best. But like I said, the things that I said, I hope that it wasn't too much for you. Truth be told, and this is for entertainment purposes only, educational purposes only. Truth be told, right? You're going to start to see reality in the sense that people are not going to hide who they are anymore. All right? You guys heard, if you haven't been living under a rock or living underground or living in a cave, you guys have heard the biblical story about the Watchers. What you know as fallen angels. Some of you guys know them today as aliens. Prior to that, some people call them gods. All right? As other generations of man and humans and people realized that they were evil. All right? Thus you have the demons, that they were called demons. All right? Because they became very, very corrupt. And they were doing very, very not so nice things to man and mankind and people. All right? But I say that to say this. You're going to start to see people for what they really are. All right? Pretty soon, these people are not going to hide who they are. They won't have to shapeshift so much in front of you. All right? If you have the eyes to see and have some discernment, you can look at certain people right now and see similarities between certain people that play characters, whether it's on TV, social media characters, whatever the case may be. You can see similarities in their faces, in their body language, in their personalities. And you can say to yourself, this person acts like such and such. This person looks like such and such. All right? This is a spiritual thing, but it is also advanced technology that is over your human head. Right? And then, on top of that, this is for entertainment purposes only. Educational purposes only. You have your talk about the Anunnaki. How militant and how aggressive they were. Thus, you're going to have the things happening in the world now, what you call the world stage, you're going to see your Anunnaki. And from what I've heard, don't quote me on this, the Anunnaki, they are the children of your fallen angels. They are the Nephilim, right? A lot of them are your quote-unquote leaders today, right? So if you see this one world stuff talked about, it is because of them, right? It is because of them. I don't know how far we off from that stuff, but I don't know. Looking at things now, the world seems to be getting more and more militant every day. I'm seeing world leaders having parades with military personnel and equipment by different world leaders. I don't know. The world is turning, to me, is turning more and more militant. I'm hearing stories of people protesting and them being pewed down by the by either the military or the law enforcement because of them protesting, because of possible corruption or tampering with the voting. I don't know. It is what it is. Children of the Most High, chosen ones, I would say, be careful and be safe at this time. I don't suggest doing the protesting stuff and going up against the powers that be, right? I believe the Most High is going to protect us and keep us, right? But keep in mind, the stories that you've heard about your Anunnaki, right? They are militant and very, very aggressive. And they look down at you. They look down at you as far as being human, right? You are beneath them. In their eyes, you are beneath them. All right? I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just being real with you. All right? Not trying to scare you. I'm just being real with you. I pray that the Most High protects me, protects all of us. I was just looking at a video. A young lady was talking about the gang stalking stuff. I've been knew about it. I knew that it was a spiritual thing. People follow me around. Sometimes you have people that are energy vampires following you around too. A lot of people don't even know that. They'll be literally leeching off of your good energy, right? Because they're not connected to source. And I told you guys that too. That's a big thing too. Listen, this is a good time to pray, to fast. If you get a chance to detox the possible parasites in your body, the negative components that's in your body that could be influencing you to do negative things, say negative things. All right? To pull you, to draw you away from source. All right? Because that's their ultimate goal. If they can pull you from source, then you're no longer under the source. You're not under the universal creator's protection. So things can happen to you. All right? That's why I thank the Most High for making me sober. I'm not drinking. I'm not smoking. I'm not doing none of that stuff. All right? I just got to be mindful of my eyes, that I'm not being tricked. And my ears, too. That I'm not being fooled or deceived. I don't want my eyes or my ears to deceive me. All right? But chosen ones, people with a soul, people that are trying to live a good life, be righteous, it is important to pray and to fast and to seek the face of the Most High at this time, because we're going into crucial times. All right? These entities, they are not going to have to hide themselves anymore. They can be as corrupt, evil, wicked, negative, low vibrating as much as they want. They don't have to show a front to you anymore. You guys see what it is. All right? This is why I say, chosen ones, stay away from the protest stuff, because listen, you protesting or you throwing a fit is not going to change their minds. They look down on you. You are nothing to them. right? And you got to take yourself out of this human mentality. They are not human. They are not like you. They don't feel what you feel. There's no compassion. There's no empathy. There's no none of that. All right? You guys have to get out of your feelings when you think these people are not human. All right? They are not human. So they don't care if you starve or you drown or you suffer. I know what I'm saying might sound crazy, but I'm being real with you. They are not human. As in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the end. You guys have no idea how advanced the past was. We have been dumped down to think that these people were using chisels and hammers to build the structures that we see still standing after thousands of years. Come on, man. We have to wake up. You think they used a trolley and a pulley and a horse and a couple of donkeys and a chisel and a hammer and build the structures that they built? Come on, man. Let's be real. And to this day, nobody can reconstruct these buildings, these structures, these sites. To this day, we can't do that. You guys look at movies like Star Wars and think that it's a joke. I don't want to get too passionate about this stuff. But I just want to be real with y'all, man. All right? But take the human emotional things out of it because they're not human. They don't think like how you think. All right? There's no compassion, empathy, none of that. Right? So just be mindful. Once again, I say I pray that the universal creator will rescue us from the time period that is coming forth for man. A lot of people have lost their faith. A lot of people have lost their way. A lot of people don't believe in anything anymore. Right? Thus, you have your stories of fallen angels, your Anunnaki, whatever. All right? Demons, aliens, whatever you guys want to call them, for them to influence you, for you not to believe in anything, for you to go against the grain, to go against the Most High, to go against your intuition, to go against your gut, to go against your soul, your spirit, your essence, who you are inside, for you not to feel anything, to say, man, this is wrong, for you to see people on the street that's homeless and drive by them and not feel anything, to see people suffering in another part of the world and not feel anything. Do you understand? To take away your humanity, to take away your connection to source. We know that the universal creator is merciful and patient and gracious with us. Why can't we do the same to each other? You understand? Keep in mind, these entities, they're not human, they're not you, they're not connected to source. So they're not patient, they're not merciful, they're not gracious, they're not kind, they're not loving. All right? They have powers and abilities that was given to them and they turned against the Most High. Thus you have your war in heaven story. Space. But in this sense, space is a dimensional thing, right? Because we know that we're in the third dimensional world. We know that this is flesh and blood that we're walking around in, right? But we know that there's something else that moves around this avatar, this body, right? And the robot stuff is coming out too, so y'all can see that for yourself. It's going to be a machine. What is controlling those machines? Think about it like that, man. Man. I hope what I'm saying is not too much for you guys, and uh, man, hopefully you guys get to see it. All right, but folks, you are a spiritual being. If you're human and you're hearing what I'm saying, if you're a human being with a soul and you hear what I'm saying, you are a spiritual being having a human third dimensional dimension experience. It just so happens that in this third dimensional realm, we are down here, or we're in this dimension with entities that are at war with the Most High, with the universal creator. All right? So we're kind of like in the middle of a battlefield. All right? This is a war. I'm going to be real with you. This is a war. And we're heading into the we're heading into to the what's I'm trying to think of a word. Oh man. We're heading into the peak of this war. All right? You will hear that it's a battle for your soul, but it's deeper than that. This is just a battle um, of these fallen angels, demons, aliens, whatever you want to call them. Their ego, their pride, their quote unquote power, feel like they can overthrow, or they're more powerful, or they can stand up to the Most High. All right, that's all it is. In this reality, you know about wars, how wars play out. All right, you know it's one side versus the other. Only this is on a more high-tech, cosmic level. It's the same thing. You guys know what war is, right? You guys know what conflict is. Disagreements are, right? Only this is on a spiritual, cosmic level, right? And we're going to see it more, especially as things merge, as realities shift. We're going to see it more play out. That is why I'm saying for you to try and change your ways, um, regain your humanity. Don't get so caught up so much into this physical world, this physical realm, because you are beyond. You are more than this physical realm. All right? These entities don't like you because they're not human. Their fight is not so much with you, but is with the Most High. Okay? Once again, I am praying and I'm hoping that the Most High takes us, separates us, rescues us from the midst of these, I would call them his enemies, before they go ham on us. Right? And we've seen the examples of these things happening before in the past. I can't explain to you the atrocities that's happened to all mankind, right? Whether it's war, enslavement, genocide. Like these are just the examples of what these entities can do, or what they want to do, because there's no humanity in them. When you guys hear about sad stories about war and genocide and bad things happening to people, and experiments and just weird things happening, these are not people that are human. These are not human beings. Human beings would not even fathom or think to do this to other human beings. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. All right? I wouldn't go to my bed sleeping and having a dream about what kind of chemicals I can put in the air, or what kind of chemicals I can put into a person to hurt them or affect them, or you understand? Humans are not doing that. So I want you to understand that these entities, they are not human. Many people that you see around you today, they are not human. They may appear human, they may look human. A lot of them don't have a soul. They're not connected to source. So there's no compassion, there's no empathy, there's no mercy, there's no grace, there's no none of that. You guys have to accept that. Right? What you guys it got two T's in it. I heard about the tribulation, right? These entities, they're going to show you who they are. They're going to show you how much they care about you. They're going to show you that they're not the children of God, and they're going to show you why they dislike you being chosen, being God's children. And it's not going to be a race thing. I want us to get over that stuff. I know it's hard because of racism has been played in our minds. All right? It's either you have a soul, it's either you're connected to source or you're not. That's it. All right? I know it's going to be hard for y'all to believe, but it's bigger than race. Right? It's either you are children of the Most High or you're not. All right? For real, man. That's what it's going to come down to. All right? But listen, the people that are sellouts, quote unquote, people that sold their soul, they don't have to hold a front anymore. They don't have to keep a front anymore. They're going to show you who they work for, i.e. with the hand gestures. All right? I'm not going to even do them. But when they throw up the index finger and the thumb, and then they have these three going, you know what they're a part of. If they throw up the devil horns, I don't even want to do it. When they throw up the devil horns, and it's not because of a fraternity, or because they like rock music, or because of a college they went to. No, they're showing you who their allegiance is with. They don't have to hide it anymore. You guys have to prepare yourself for these things. All right? Luciferians, witches, warlocks, Satanists. These things are real. They're people that love and adore demons, fallen angels, aliens, because they have no understanding. They're not connected to source. All right? Broad is the way to destruction. Broad is the way to destruction. A lot of people are going to lose their way. A lot of people are gone. Man, this is longer than I wanted it to be, but I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. I'm praying once again that the Most High will take us and separate us when it is time, because it's going to come a time when they can't hide who they really, really, really are, right? The makeup and the technology won't even disguise them. I was looking at a video of a political figure. He was literally shape-shifting on the television. The television couldn't even hold his face. This is why I think when that happens, that's when you're going to have the blackout stuff. All right? That's when I think the blackout stuff is going to happen. When the quote-unquote people that are, when they can't hold their figures or their face or their whatever manipulation, right? When that can no longer be hidden, I think that's when the blackout stuff is going to happen, like worldwide, when there's no communication, no nothing, right? When they really can't hide from people. But I've seen people shapeshift. This is for entertainment purposes only and educational purposes only. I've seen people shapeshift. It is a real thing. Folks, I know a lot of y'all don't believe in a lot of things going on, but this is a spiritual war. It is just on a cosmic level. You guys are going to see it. Most of your history is a lie. And you know it. You can feel it in your bones. And things are being revealed every day. It's no coincidence that the last book in the Bible is Revelation. And even the Bible has been manipulated. And you guys know that. But they want y'all so focused on social groups. They want y'all so focused on um your status, as far as how much money you got, who don't got money, who's poor, who's rich, what religion you're a part of, what group you're a part of, what race you're a part of, what you identify as. They have everybody so distracted because they want to separate you from your humanity. They want to separate you from your soul. They want to separate you from the connection to source. So then they can come in with their trickery and their technology. Listen, I'm be real. It is going to be scary. We're going into very, very scary times. I tell you guys, I'm not afraid of a lot of things because I'm not. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not afraid of a lot of things. But it does bother me knowing the times that we're going into. It's scary. We can see it playing out right. I just looked at a video. People were getting gunned down for protesting. But this is nothing new. This has happened before. If you know about the history, even in this country, that has happened before too. All right, that has happened before too. And I'm not saying that to be negative or to. I'm not trying to bring anything forth dimensionally. I'm not trying to manifest anything negative. But I'm just being real with you guys, man. What you know is your fallen angels, the Nephilim. The Nephilim is through your Anunnaki, through the Sumerian story, the Sumerian kings and all that stuff, right? Through their bloodline, the bloodline of fallen angels, right? They are very aggressive. They are extremely militant, right? They look down at humanity. They look down on mankind. You are beneath them. They feel like they are superior to you. Thus, you have your giant mentality. It's not just physical giant in stature, but their mentality. They look down on you. They're bigger than you. They're stronger than you. They have abilities that you don't have. They feel like the world belongs to them. They feel like the land belongs to them. They feel like everything belongs to them. So they look down on you. The oxygen levels is not the same as it was, I guess, millenniums ago. So people probably can't get as big or as tall as they want to. Trees are not as big and as tall as they once were. All right. So do you have people that are tall now? Yes. That are big in stature? Yes. But are they giants? No. But they still have that giant mentality. You listen, cannibalism is a real thing. That's not made up. Evidence of the flood happening is real. That's not made up. All right, chosen ones, people with a soul, just prepare yourself for anything. We are going into very, very strange and dangerous times. Be safe. I just want to encourage people, man. I don't want to scare you, but reality is reality. All right? Reality is reality. We see that this thing is turning into a matrix every day. They got robots coming out. They're talking about some microchip. They're talking about some digital ID stuff. It's getting scary. It's playing out like a movie, like the whole biblical stuff. All right? I'm praying and hoping that the Most High takes us and rescues us for when these entities really want to show what and who they are. All right? I'm scared. Like I'm not scared, but I'm concerned. Like they want to unalive all of us because we don't want to bow down to them. That's Anunnaki stuff. That's biblical stuff. You remember hearing about the stories about the three brothers that got thrown into the furnace because they want to bow down to some pagan god. You heard about Daniel being tossed into the lion's den. Listen, the Nephilim, what you know is the Anunnaki, they are what you call half-breeds, hybrids, right? They were bigger, they were stronger, they were more aggressive. They did not think like humans because they weren't human. So they could not relate to you. Based on everything that you've known, to your knowledge, right? If you want to think about the sci-fi stuff, that means that they were half alien. You guys have watched movies like Species, right? When they created that girl, did she act human to you? But she looked human, right? But did she act human? You guys look at all these people that are quote unquote celebrities or whatever they are, right? No disrespect. Famous people, right? You guys hardly see them in real life. You guys hardly see them in real life. You guys don't know what they're doing behind closed doors. But some of you people worship them. I'm not trying to be mean or disrespectful or negative, because I don't think everybody is evil and doing weird stuff or stuff that the dark web mentions, right? I don't think that everybody's into that stuff, all right? But we live in weird times, and keep in mind that because they vibrate low, they feed on low vibrating things, negative things, filth, trash, hurtfulness. When people are harmed, injured, anything that is negative, low vibrating, you're drunk, you're intoxicated, you're high. They feed off these energies, anger, confusion. They feed off of these energies. I know this video is a little bit longer than I wanted it to say, but I just wanted to be clear, man. I hope what I said too much wasn't overwhelming, but it's the truth. There was the old world, and it is what we're going through now. And the Bible states that as in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the end. So you are seeing the Nephilim, the Anunnaki, the Sumerian kings. They are your quote-unquote rulers, powers that be, walking around now. So they're not going to show you no empathy, no compassion, no mercy, no grace, because they're not human. I want you to be clear about that. And to my chosen ones and people that have a soul, stay out of their way. Avoid the protest and all. They're not going to change their mind about nothing. All right? Their fight is with the Most High. Their fight is not really with you. You are nothing in their eyes. You are nothing to them. All right? You are nothing to them. Their fight is with the Most High. This is a spiritual, cosmic thing. All right? If you don't feel what I'm saying, you might be an NPC. All right? If what I'm saying doesn't make sense to you, you most likely don't have a soul. You might be just be a clone walking around. All right? If everything and anything I've said has gone over your head and you didn't feel anything, you most likely are an NPC. Or you might be an Anunnaki or a Nephilim or whatever. All right? You're naturally for the other side. All right? Throughout this life, especially if you're into like sports, they put it into politics, they put it into social life, everything, right? There's always one side versus the other. There's always one side versus the other. Always. Right? Especially from what we know in this third dimensional realm. Because this third dimensional realm is just a reflection of the other dimensions. I say again, this third dimensional realm is just a reflection of the other dimensions. I hope that didn't go over your head. All right? So, what you know is good is simply going against what you know is ungood or negative. All right? I talked way longer than I wanted to. I've talked longer, but... All right? This is just one team against another team. In reality. So what team are you on? Are you on the team for the good? Or are you on the team for the evil and the negative? Are you on the team for the good and the positive? Or are you on the team for the bad and the negative? It's going to come down to that. I'm going to be real with y'all. Some of you guys are going to choose to be on the bad team. All right? Some of y'all are going to want to be down with a bad team. Some of you guys like bad stuff. You guys like negative stuff. You guys like low vibrating stuff. All right? But there are some of us that don't like negative stuff. We like positive things. All right? So we want to be on the other team. There will be a good versus evil. All right? There will be a good versus evil. But in this third dimensional realm, it is beyond physical. It is going to be a spiritual, cosmic thing. It is just that we are alive right now to see it. We're going to be alive to witness it. If you don't get unalive before then. All right? I know religion and a lot of stuff has confused us over the time period, over years. I hope that you find your humanity again. If you have a soul, find your humanity again. If the Most High is merciful to us, He's patient with us, graceful with us. Why can't we do that? Why can't we be that with each other? Do you understand? If you can't feel compassion for another human being, you probably don't have a soul or you never had a soul. All right? Then you're going to start to understand why things are happening the way things are happening now. You don't have to be surprised anymore. I know I'm giving you guys I'm like Morpheus right now, right? But I got to give it to you straight. These people are not going to hide themselves anymore. Your world leaders, politicians, famous people, they're not going to have to hide anymore. They're going to throw you hand gestures. They're going to show you hand gestures. They're going to show you who they are. They're going to show you what team they play for. Prepare yourself for it. It's going to get harsh. Peace and blessings. I'm talking longer than I wanted to. Be safe.